Hello students of 7th standard, we have started the lesson from your science textbook, that is nothing but lesson number 3, properties of natural resources. Yesterday we have seen one of the activity. From that activity only we are going to see the soil texture. See what does this tells us. Soil contains particles of different sizes. The soils are containing the particles of the different sizes. That means there are various types of the sizes of the particle. Then see, the texture of the soil is determined by the proportion of a particle of various size in it. So, whenever you want to consider the texture of a particular soil, you are going to consider the size of the particles whichever is present in that soil. Following are the types of the soils on the basis of the texture. Whenever you see, there are following types of soils on the basis of their texture. They are nothing but sandy soil, silt soil and clay soil. So, first we are going to study what is sandy soil. See, the proportion of a sand, that is large particles, is high in sandy soil. Whenever you consider the sandy soil, the name itself tells us that there is a presence of, you can say, sand in it. So, the proportion of a sand, that is large particles, is high in the sandy soil. That means the large proportion of a you can say large particles is more in the sandy soil. Water drains rapidly. Whenever you see this type of a soil, the water is draining very rapidly in this type of a soil through the sandy soil. It is easy to plow this soil. We can plow this soil very easily because it is very, you can say, different types of you can say sizes are there and it contains the sand, therefore we can plow it very easily, but it is less fertile, but the fertility of this soil is very less. Then see, this is because the particles of the sandy soil are made up of mineral called as a silicon dioxide. So whenever you see the sandy soil, it has the particles which are made up of a mineral, and this mineral is nothing but a silicon dioxide, or you may call it as a quartz. Then see, these particles do not dissolve in water. These particles do not dissolve in water, and therefore the soil has very little capacity to supply the nutrients. That means this soil gives very little amount of nutrients in them. So therefore it contains very little amount of nutrients in them. Therefore it is not fertile. Next is the silt soil. Silt soil, see here, particles of a silt soil are of a medium size. Whenever you see the particles of the silt soil, they are very medium in size. Silt soil is not plowable as sandy soil. Silt soil is not plowable soil. Then see, however, it is much more plowable than the clay soil, but it is more plowable than the clay soil, but less plowable than the sandy soil. Then see, this soil contains a large proportion of an organic material. So it has a more proportion of an organic material. It has a capacity to supply the nutrients in a much greater form. So there are, you can say, the nutrients in this type of a soil are in a more amount. Silt soil is also called as a sedimentary soil. Next comes the clay soil. In this soil, the proportion of small particles is maximum. The small particles are present in a maximum amount here. The particles of the clay soil feel smooth to touch. Whenever you see the particles of the clay soil, they are very, you can say, very smooth for touch. Clay soil has a high water holding capacity. So these are the three types of the soils. The next point is, see in your textbook, page number 23. See there, soil structure. The structure of the soil is dependent on the different shapes of the particles whichever are present in it. So, soil occurs, whenever you see, soil occurs in the form of a, you can say columnar, or you can say laminar, granular, as well as block shaped structures. You can see the types of the soil. Then see uses of a soil. Why we are, how we are using the soil. Then see next one. Before that, see the importance of a soil structure. Fertility of the soil depends upon its structure. Then see the advantages of good soil structure are as follows. What happens whenever there is a good soil structure? The roots get sufficient amount of oxygen. The roots get a sufficient amount of oxygen. Water drainage. Water drainage is good. Therefore, the roots of the plants grow well. This is the importance of the soil structure. Next one, see the uses of a soil. Then see plant conservation. To help, you can say, plants that grow there. Then next one, water conservation. Soil holds water. As a result, by means of ponds, or you can say lakes, we get water for using throughout the year. Whenever we want the water, we need the water throughout the year. So this water is stored in the ponds, or you can say in the lakes or in the ponds. Then next, see there, plasticity. Soil can be given a required shape. A property of a soil is called as a plasticity. Whenever we see that the whatever shape we want, the same shape can be given to any of the soil because of its plasticity, and because of its plasticity only we can give any type of a shape. We can use it to make the articles of the variety of you can say shapes. These articles can be baked to make them hard. After this, these articles are baked to make them hard. Water storage, earthen pots, earthen lamps, idols, bricks and other articles are formed from this soil.